Which legendary Reddit post or comment can you still not get over? There was a post on r/a of a gorilla using sign language to tell people not to feed it or something to that effect. To this day, I still laugh when I think about a comment that said, "It's a shame there's so many deaf gorillas." How useful, and sadly how often I share this advice on insurance after a fire. I know other people have it saved, as I'm not the only one who goes back to repost it, but it's invaluable in the aftermath of an emergency. It's not applicable to just fires. I shared this with friends who were brushed by a tornado that went through earlier this year. Whoever wrote that did many people one hell of a service. This one guy was on the toilet, and he sneezed while he was taking a shit. That same moment, the power in his house went out. He proceeded to cry because he thought he shit himself blind. Not a single post, but a series by /u/shittymorph making up bogus facts relevant to any particular thread and ending with. Since 1998, when Undertaker threw mankind off hell in a cell and plummeted 16 feet through an announcer's table. Maybe someone can help me find the actual post. It was from 5 years ago, on a post about what you would do with a specific amount of money, like $5 million in a lottery. Someone replied with, "Is that enough to rent an orange cat for 2 years?" And it was so far out of left field and hilarious to me that I haven't stopped thinking about it. That time a person on r/Formula 1 asked if you could eliminate a race within the year, which would it be, and why, which looked rather bad when taken out of context, especially in r/all. Wow, didn't expect to see r/Formula 1 here, and I've been here for over 10 hours. Someone ran r/homeowners trying to get rid of ants in their house. Tons of comments. One fellow Redditor suggested maybe there were no ants, that they were hallucinations due to carbon monoxide poisoning. Opie had his house tested and turns out there were, in fact, no ants, and he was hallucinating them due to carbon monoxide poisoning. Carbon monoxide can make you see ants. Carbon monoxide can do some crazy shit to your brain. Believe I saw it on Reddit, a IT tech related post. Guy starts a new job as a system admin, no other IT at the place, previous admin had been there for just about fucking forever and left behind some documentation, but not enough to make the job easy. The guy finds a note from the previous tech with a few miscellaneous tips, and then says if there is a critical emergency and everything else has failed, there is a box in the server room behind the switch, open only as a last resort. Guy is there for a few years, metaphorical fires get fixed, he learns the tricks of the place, but one day the server doesn't boot, tries everything, can't get it to work, all the files are there, the company can't function, actual fires are about to start. Guy freaks out and remembers the emergency box in Figures now should be an emergency in Figures. Maybe the guy left access info to offsite backups or tape drives or some sort of disaster recovery and goes into the server room. Behind the switch is a box, pulls it out and opens it to find a bottle of tequila. I need the link to this one. This is amazing. So a while back there was a post I think on r/Insanipiopus book of a woman looking for a bus to hold 60 people for a church function and was so fucking hostile and rude about it. In one post she says next, and for months on Reddit people were always saying next to everything, but it seemed nobody besides me remembers this and I can't find the post. Edit. Okay, so apparently I'm not the only one who remembers this. Wish it would make a comeback. Everyone remembers this. Next. The post where a woman is saying how her husband and FIL are prepping for her to die during childbirth even though she and fetus are perfectly healthy, they 100% were plotting to kill her, and there not being an update has me scared for her. It's been 5 months, no updates. Shit, her original submission in AITA was deleted. Does anyone have an archive link? 1. Talking about worst moment in life, a mother described the silence she was met with when she came home and saw the shoes of her husband and child, and was anticipating hearing their laughter/playing, but found them dead in a murder-suicide. 2. Tree bros who were speeding to meet an ambulance after a comrade was injured, a woman blocked them in and the friend inevitably died. 3. Kevin. The world's dumbest student. I miss Kevin's antics and wish I saved that comment. I think I read number 2. IIRC. It was a comment under a video in which someone blocked a car from using the right highway shoulder to get ahead of a traffic jam. The OP of the comment said that people should stop blocking right-wing drivers like that, cause they never know why they are doing it. Then he described how his buddy cut his thigh in a chainsaw accident, and when they were rushing into a hospital, they got blocked from using the right wing, and the person kept blocking them for some time. From that point I don't remember if they made it to the hospital or if cops stopped them and took him there themselves. I might have my memories mixed up. There was one that I've never been able to find again, but some guy insulted somebody and he replied with something like "says the virgin with the 3-inch penis" and provided links from the other guy's post history that proved both those assertions. It was an absolute burial. You love to see it. One time someone had gone digging through my comment history on another account and said, "You post in r/anime, so you're clearly just a fat neckbeard who will die alone." I looked at his post history and his literal last post was on relationship advice saying, "I am a fat neckbeard who will probably die alone." I guess people really do project their insecurities onto others.